But let's see if Miami's real, man. They're putting all the chips on the table.
Boo.
Josh, Buffalo Bills are looking kind of suspect, and New England's done.
Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the Odd Coaches Podcast. I am your host, Dr. Keith Adams. On today's Top Shelf Tuesday episode, in segment 1, we will discuss and preview the AFC. In segment 2, we will preview the NFC. And in segment 3, we will discuss things strictly for entertainment purposes only. Let's get started. With us today, George Ockert, our academic and athletic consultant for the CK Safe Project. George, we want to start with the AFC North. Are there any teams you want to watch this year? Any story you want to follow? The floor is yours.
Teams I want to watch this year. I'm interested with Cleveland. Want to see what Cleveland's going to do this year. I got, I think they're going to be a lot better than anybody than people think they are. That they're not going to sell out as they have been in the past couple years. So I'm rocking with the Cleveland Browns. That's my team to watch right there.
Okay. Will Cotton, captain for life. Any team or story you're looking for in the AFC North?
Oh yeah, man. I hope the Ravens can actually make it to the chip. They've actually picked up a big free agent, so I'm hoping that they can come through and finally get that monkey off Lamar back, so they can at least, move forward and talk about that. And I also hope when will Jamar Chase get paid, because the brother's making $1 million before taxes, and I know he is so sick right now. I was so sick when I saw it for him. That was sick. But that's all I'm looking for.
He got 2 years left on his contract too, so that's a tough boy.
Yeah,
that's
he has the $1 million this year, and then he has a franchise tag for like $24 million. So
yeah,
he's gonna shoot. The running rate. The running rate is 36 minimum.
All right, and also joining us, Hall of Famer himself, Follerin Campbell. Follerin, any teams or stories to watch in the AFC North?
Did George mention Cleveland?
Of course I did. What kind of question is
that? I figured that. Look, hey, it's a bunch of stories, man. Obviously Pittsburgh too, man. Like, they got an interesting, dynamic there. The story is, when is Justin Fields going to take over? You know what I mean? Is it going to be week 3? Is it going to be, week 8? You know what I mean? So they got a dynamic over there that, I'm interested to see, when things are going to shift. And Mike got to make the playoffs, man. He's known for making playoffs every year, and the division just got tougher. So it's going to be interesting, man.
Okay, Will, I'm going to start with you with the AFC South. What teams or stories will catch your eye this season in the AFC South?
I'm looking for Houston, man. They done loaded up. They're exciting. The quarterback that they got, man, the kid can sling it. They do. They got Diggs. But not I forgot the dude. They not just the other running back that they got from the Bengals. I forgot his name.
Joe Mixon.
But they got him too. Yeah. They got that. Joe Mixon, exactly. So it'll be exciting. The energy is fire right now. It hasn't been there in a long time. So if I'm looking at there, I'm looking at the Houston Texans, baby. Let's go.
All right, Follerin AFC South. Any team to watch? Any story to follow?
I'm gonna go with the Colts, man. I think that they got an interesting team. I'm interested to see how this young quarterback adapts. You know what I mean? His season was cut short last year. There's a lot of hope for him. They got a couple pieces around him. So I'm interested to see how he looks out there. Everybody's talking about his accuracy. We know he has the power, but can he lead the team? You know what I mean? And him going against C.J. Stroud and some other, obviously, Lawrence over there in Jacksonville. Let's see what you can do in that division, man. Let's see what type of quarterback you are. You know what I mean? Everybody talked about your leg and your strength, but do you have that awareness? You know what I mean? Do you have that accuracy? So it's going to be interesting to see what they do this year.
Winning time. George, AFC South, any team, any story to follow? What say you?
The Colts, man, they have been hearing good things out of there about Richardson, their quarterback. So I'm real skeptical in that whole situation. My big one this year, my big story, I think that the Texans are going to be good regardless. But I want to see what these Jaguars are going to do. I want to see what Trevor Lawrence and them boys going, if they're going to put it together again. They show glimpses of greatness with that 1 year where they got to the AFC Championship. I want to see if that's for real or if that was just a fluke season. So I want to see what they're going to do. That's my big watch right there.
All right, George, I'm going to tee you up because I think I know where you're going. AFC East. Any team or story you want to watch? The floor is yours.
I'm going to throw you a loop right now. I want to see what happens in New England. I want to see how long they go before they put my boy from North Carolina back there as quarterback. Yeah, I want to see how long that goes before they let him quarterback. The rest of it, I'm looking at it. I'm tired of hearing about Josh Allen. He's sellout. He's Mr. Sellout to me. I can put him on the same plateau with the rest of the kid out in San Diego and the rest of them because he hasn't shown me anything, in big games to come through. That's going to be. And then I don't even want to get into the Jets. So because I'm tired of them and that drama queen they got a quarterback. So I want to see how long it's going to be with New England until the youngin gets a chance to rock and roll the quarterback.
All right, Will Cotton, AFC East, America's favorite employee. Is that where you're going? What say you?
Oh man!
Don't do it, Will. Don't do it, Will. Don't do it.
AFC East, right? We're talking about
AFC East.
Man,
America's favorite HR guy.
Let's go. It's a brand new slate for the Commanders, man. Let's see what
AFC
East. Yeah, I'm tripping again.
Yes.
You want to jump to them so bad. You want to.
He wanted them.
I'm drafting at the same time, so But let's see if Miami's real, man. They're putting all the chips on the table. Josh, Buffalo Bills are looking kind of suspect, and New England's done. I'm not a big believer of the Jets, so this is now prime. You have your quarterbacks paid, everybody's paid, Waddle's paid. I wish they went out and they got a running back, but it's all good. So all I'm gonna say is, man, the chips are right there for Miami to finally take that step, win the division, win a playoff game. That's all I'm asking. All
right, follower, and last but not least, AFC East, team to watch, story to watch.
Hey, look, after week 1, those Jets, man, because week 1 they played the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, Lord.
But after that,
oh, my God.
I tell you this, man, look, they got the pieces. I know we don't want to hear it, but if A-Rod can give them some sort of life, they have everything around them to be successful. They got elite running back. They got 2 wide receivers. They got a tight end. They really
elite is strong. Elite is strong for a running back. I don't know about elite.
Breece Hall?
He's not elite. He's good.
I think he's elite. He might be top 5 in the NFL.
I don't know.
That's a whole other discussion. We'll talk about that offline. But he is definitely really good. And I mean, again, they have the defense to show that they can compete. You know what I mean? We haven't seen. Again, the only thing that worries me is Miami playing in cold weather. We haven't seen them do well in cold weather. We've seen A-Rod do everything. So if A-Rod is, I would say 70% of what we think he can be, that Jets team can be really good, and especially in that division.
Keith, I say that that's the division of nothing but question marks. Because it is because you got a pretender out in Miami at quarterback because he can't his arm's so weak if wind gets strong he in trouble. You got A-Rod up in New York who will go in the tent in a minute and go find himself or come out with something else. Josh Allen gets the tight butt in big games. And then you it's all over the place. So I don't know. That's one of them divisions you don't know what to think about, man. You don't.
So George, I'm gonna stay with you because if you come for the king, you better not miss. What is the story or team to watch in the AFC West? Is it the Kansas City three-peat?
That's the only thing to watch. We gonna sit and wait till the playoffs start to see, and he gonna start whistling as he comes down the street talking about Omar here, and everybody gonna scatter. So because they're gonna have it on cruise control till during the regular season, and then when the regular season as we hit playoffs, and they're gonna turn it up. So is there anybody? It ain't even the season. We go to the playoffs. Is there anybody who can put a dent in the King and his minions' armor? And with that defense, they got almost everybody back. He's still, as long as he got Kelsey, he's got a chance. So yeah, that's all there is to it, baby. That's all there is to it in the AFC West.
All right, Cotton Man, AFC West, team or story to follow?
Oh man, I hope the Chargers are awful. I hope the Chargers are flops. I hope they are terrible. I'll be watching every minute about the Chargers, man, because
here we go again, Fowler.
Nah, because I can't
I know, here we go. I told
Jim
you.
Harbaugh.
Here we
I
go
can't
again.
stand that guy.
It's like taxes.
I hope he goes 0-17, bro. I hope he goes. I'm like, bro, I hope he lose every game. That's all I hope. I hope, and because nothing happened to him. He got suspended for the college. Can't coach in college for 4 years. His contract is 5 years.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, man, how many times are he gonna keep getting over on people? You know what I'm saying? I hope this expose him. You know what I'm saying? I just, that's what I hope happens, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's what I hope.
Well, I just want to know, what did this man do to have a living space in your head, y'all? Because you got a hard on for going after that man.
Dog, he's a loser. He has 1 championship. He has 2 wins against Ohio State. All he does is he bring these black players in, these black kids going to Migos concerts.
Racial.
He taking pictures with all these celebs, and then he jets, and all these kids, all they get is the you know what I'm saying? All they get is stuck. You know what I'm saying? He's a Bama. He's a loser everywhere, man. He's a loser as a player, and he's a loser as a coach, man. He's a good coach, but he can't finish, man. I hope he fails terribly. All
right. Shout out to Mike King, because that's a Mike King level of petty answer. Fowler, and we'll close with you. AFC West, team or story to follow?
So, unlike my good friend, Mr. Cotton, I'm going to keep it neutral and say that the Chargers are an interesting team to watch. They got a new coach. They got what I consider an elite quarterback that's got to make plays for that team. Weapons, not there, but hey, you pay this guy, Justin Herbert, enough money to make something happen. So let's see what he can do. You know what I mean? And a solid look, Georgie, looking at me like I'm talking out the side of my neck. Look,
I'm still laughing about Will.
Can't stand that guy.
I'm trying to keep it neutral, man. But again, I think that Chargers team is going to be interesting to watch. And we'll see how things play out, man.
All right. So, fans, when we get back in segment 2, we'll jump to the NFC. We're going to hear about a certain team in California. We'll be right back on the Odd Coaches Podcast. This is Dr. Keith Adams, president of the CKA Save Project and author of Finding the Balance, My Personal Journey to Academic and Athletic Success. This book is your key to unlocking the secrets of being a successful student athlete. Drawing from my 30-year career as a teacher and coach, this instructional guide offers a unique perspective on achieving success in both academics and athletics. With over 15 personal stories and insightful anecdotes, Finding the Balance is a must-read for student athletes, parents, coaches, teachers, and administrators. Visit www.ckasaveproject.org to get your copy and start finding the balance today. Welcome back to the Odd Coaches Podcast in segment 2. Let's go NFC North first. Will, team story to watch, team story to follow in the NFC North. What say you, sir?
I'm going to stay consistent, coach, because we've been riding this train, man. The Lions, can they break the curse? Can they get to the Super Bowl? They were 2 bad possessions last year. Couldn't take advantage. Can they do it this year, man? Is it this year? I'm going all in on the Lions. Let's go.
All right, George. Teams and stories to watch in the NFC North.
Mr. Adams, I was waiting for you to come to me on this so I can express to you, because I know my man, Mr. Campbell over there, is gritting his teeth right now. And he's the one person that he fears more than anything. Them Green Bay Packers in love, baby. That's he gonna spread the love all through. I got Green Bay getting this thing. I got y'all can talk Detroit all you want. That man gonna have a year this year. And
George, they like that guy. That's our line.
And I can't wait till I can't let him go to San Francisco again. Let him go, because he was only one bad play about sending them home. Let him come on. Because Follower's scared. Follower's scared. He gonna talk right now. He's gonna tell you how scared he is.
All right, following NFC North team story to watch.
Look. They got a couple interesting teams over there, man. A couple interesting. Detroit is a pretty good team. I think Jordan Love is actually going to be in the running for MVP this year. I do believe that. But will the team be ready for the NFC Championship? I don't think so. But the team that is interested in that division, them Chicago Bears. I'm telling you, Caleb Williams can be the type of quarterback we think he can be. If he can have a C.J. Stroud type of season, that team can compete in that division. And I mean, it's going to be hard. You know what I mean? Because we're so. I mean, it's just they got all the weapons. They got a defense. That team can really compete in that division. So we'll see what happens.
Okay, following, I'm gonna stay with you. NFC South teams and stories to watch. Not the strongest division, but what say you?
I guess I got to go with Atlanta, man. ATL. I think they're going to win the division. I mean, Tampa's going to be interesting, but that Atlanta team, they have the pieces. Defense is solid. Kirk, it's just hard for me to trust in Kirk when it comes to playoffs.
No Kirk Cousins slander on this show.
He's going to put up the numbers, though. He's going to put up numbers. He's going to find a way. But that playoff time, they're a first round exit for me.
All right, George. NFC South. What say you, sir? Team story to watch.
The story to watch probably gonna be how long we gotta go, before Kirk Cousins gets hurt again. I don't even know if I don't know if he starts the year. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like we're gonna see Michael Penix at some point in time, and I think they're gonna win I think they'll win the division, because that division is But my story to watch, I want to see how long Carolina can keep their quarterback upright. That's got
to have a better year.
That's what I want to see. I want to see how long we gonna go that Carolina can keep their quarterback upright. You heard me.
Their quarterback? Who's their quarterback?
Bryce.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I know. You forget because he gets sacked every time he drops
exactly.
back. So that's why I said I want to see how long they can keep the youngin upright. Because I want him to have a good season. That's why, and a season where he doesn't become gun shy and gets back there and gets happy feet. That's where I want to hope, because they're on the cusp of ruining his career. So I'm hoping he gets some help out there this year.
All right, Will, NFC South. What do you think, sir?
Yeah, I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna take it to the Saints, man. How many games will they lose until they fire Dennis Allen? This guy is a bum. He has no accountability about nothing.
Oh my God!
He did. This guy, he loves what's his name? The quarterback that can run and like patch and catch and tackle people. You know what I'm saying? Like he loves this guy, but nobody else gets no love in this joint. He fired both his OC and his DC last year, and now he blamed him. He's like that's the reason why I lost. No, dog, probably because you're just a bad coach. And remember, for history, last time he was a head coach, he was at the Raiders. He lost 4 games in a row and he was fired. Do you know who his quarterback was? Derek Carr. And you know who his quarterback now? Derek Carr. This dude's going to be out of here in 5 weeks.
All right. Tell us how you really feel. Okay.
Soapbox night for Captain Cotton. God,
what does coaches do to Coach Cotton? What does coaches do to Cotton?
Cotton, man, we're going to stay with you. NFC East. I know where this is probably going. Team and story to watch, sir. NFC East.
Oh, man. Can we get a competent team in Washington? You know, I haven't seen one with a new ownership, new coaching, new energy. I'm not asking for them to win the division. I'm not asking them to win, 7, 8 games. I'm just saying change the way that we win. Change the way that you change the culture, change the area. You know what I'm saying? Like it's at some point, I don't want to be a loser. You don't want to be the joke of the NFL. You don't want to be somebody like when you go to other places and you say, "Where you from?" You're like, "I'm from the DMV." They're like, "Oh man, those Commanders suck." Honor and the ownership's bad, and this is bad. And it's like, man, nah, man. Like I hope they can just turn around, change the page, turn the page, and just be a real competent franchise that we can actually be like, you know what, man? Like, yeah, they ain't my team, but I at least can say I'll have the little respect to them. At least a little bit. And that's all for me for that storyline.
All right, George, NFC East. What say you, sir?
I got two stories. My number one, my second story is the Cowboys. You go in a situation, yeah, they're my team or whatever, but you go in a situation where you haven't paid your quarterback. He's coming off being running second for the MVP, and you won't get this man this money. So that's going to be a continuous story. And they got a team, so let's see how far they get. But the headline of the NFC East is how long we gonna go before the implosion happens in Philadelphia. You knew I was gonna go. You know I'm going there because
it's valid. It is totally valid.
Jalen Hurts and the head coach got a war of words in the press. It just says not this. Whoever's sitting there talking about we can't wait for the Eagles. I can't wait to see them implode because it's going to happen. That first 2-game losing streak or whatever that comes up, it's going to be on. It's over, and that thing is going to be ugly when it breaks up. If they have a 2-game losing streak, you're going to see everything else come, and the coach will not make it through the season. That's what I'm looking at.
All right, following NFC East, sir.
Interesting, man. What's crazy is I think Philly's the has the best chance besides, if I'm being unbiased, to win the NFC. That offense is elite. And actually, I think Jalen Hurts will be MVP this year. Just with the talent he has. Now, if they decide to run it through Saquon Barkley, that's different. If Saquon Barkley's the head of that team and they just handing the ball off all game, then yeah. But if they're, short passes to Saquon or, looking down the field to all his weapons, Jalen Hurts he has everything he needs. So I'm interested to see how this Philly team does. And it's just, it comes down to their defense. That defense usually is weak. You know what I mean? So we'll see how that defense looks. And I'm interested to see how that team does.
Yeah, real quick with me about the Washington Commanders. There was such a hatred for Dan Snyder that anything the new ownership group did, they're going to like it. Cleaned up the concession stand, offered new food. But if you look historically at the owner's leadership in terms of organizations, where's the winning? And we're in the winning business. And I don't think the Devils have won in hockey. And I know the Sixers haven't won. So again, I'm not throwing rain, but let's just say when you have new people in charge, school systems, and people shake hands and kiss babies, my players will tell you, will get you losses faster than anything. So stop telling me what you like and put some W's, and then let's have that extra conversation. NFC West, following. I know where we're going, but your team hasn't been boring. Tell me your stories to watch the NFC West, and I know where we're going.
I mean, look, it's only one show in town. You know what I mean? It's only one show in town. And that's definitely them Niners, man. Again, the big storyline is Trent Williams. We need to play like that. That's the only storyline right now. We've passed the BA situation. But again, if Trent is not out there week 1, we are in trouble. The Niners are in trouble. So again, I don't know how John Lynch is cooking up the books with these numbers, but he needs to find a way to get Trent Williams out there week 1, and we just go from there. Because after Purdy, that's a whole nother situation later. But we need Trent out there now, and we're right back to where we left off last season.
Does the loss of the young scholar who was shot, is that an impact? What about your
He
thoughts on that?
he walked out the hospital today.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming mid. I mean, I don't know how long it's going to take to heal, but I think he'll be out there this season. But again, we have the same team as last year. He's an addition.
Okay.
Trent is that's the key right there.
George, NFC West, sir.
I'm interested to see what the Rams look like. I'm going that's going to be worthwhile. I'm going to see if Seattle can put it together. With following so-called team he loves though.
Here we go.
I want to see how with them. The interesting thing is to see who they put out on the field for those first two games, because it's a mass unit over there right now. Trent's out. They got about 4 or 5 starters hurt, so we're gonna see. We're gonna see what they put together until they can get everybody back healthy. And you can say what you want to, McCaffrey's good for 1 or 2 good injuries during the year. So and there's always some soft tissue stuff. So I don't know what all that is. So everybody gonna be gunning for him. So we're gonna see what's up. Not saying that they ain't got a good team that'll probably win the division. But they got to stay away from major injury, and they got to get Trent Williams in camp, because if he don't get in camp, Brock Purdy in trouble. He's going to be looking over his shoulder every time he drop back.
And Kittle is another year older.
Yep.
And tight ends, you taking some beatings. Will, NFC West, what do you think?
Oh man, well, I gotta stick it with my man San Fran.
Oh.
They're putting a lot of money into this team. Even begrudgingly to give him that money. It looked like Ayuk didn't really want to give it to him, but he gave it to him. And he got to figure out what's going on with Trent. So they only got about like 2 more years this year and maybe next year before they start to fall off or have to, it's not sustainable from a financial kind of standpoint. It's not like, everybody's getting bad or anything like that. But, this is their window. I think they should have won last year. I mean, that was theirs to take.
No, they shouldn't.
They didn't.
No, they shouldn't.
Oh man, I think they totally should have won. They totally should have won.
No, they shouldn't.
They were a team that was supposed to dominate. If you're looking on paper, you're supposed to be like, yo, they got Patrick Mahomes.
We ain't talking about paper.
They got the MVP. They got everybody in the All Pro, everybody Pro Bowl. I think they had like dude in All Pro on all 3 phases.
Who's the coach?
Oh well,
who's the coach? Okay.
Notoriously,
Don't do that.
Who's the coach? Yes, I am.
He's a winner.
Yes, I am.
Man,
yes,
but sometimes you're like, man, like come on, man. Like you were like, man, like all right, like you got everything you need. You got an all pro tackle. You got an all pro quarterback from nowhere, and you ain't paying no kind of money. He's cheap as a mug. You know what I'm saying? You got 2 all pro receivers really in Ayuk and Debo.
Will,
all pro running back.
Will,
you got an all pro fullback.
Will, you got a man with a track record that had a 30-point lead in the Super Bowl.
They gave this man
couldn't get 10 yards in the second half.
They gave this man everything. Everything.
And he can't get it done.
Open the bank.
And can't
Sign
get it done.
anybody. Get anybody.
Can't get it done.
You know what I'm saying? Dog, they gotta win. They got at some point between this year or next year, San Fran's gotta get a chip, man. Or it's just like you just messing with people's hearts. You messing with people's feelings, dog.
That's why we ain't gonna see following for like 2 months.
Yeah, you come back here, you have a beard like mine.
Because last time, last year he disappeared. He ain't come on at all after last year.
I was
right. He started hitting on the group chat like
he stopped texting and everything.
August, he's like, yeah, man, okay, spirits up.
So with that being said, in segment 3, we will talk about things strictly for entertainment purposes only. We'll be right back on the Odd Coaches Podcast. This is Dr. Keith Adams, president of the CKA Save Project, with a question for you. Are you passionate about supporting student athletes? If so, then become an official member of the CKA Save Project and make a difference today. With your membership, you'll be able to help us provide essential academic and athletic support to underserved communities nationwide. Join us in empowering student athletes to achieve their full potential, both on and off the field. Together, we can build a brighter future through education and sports. Visit ckasafeproject.org and choose your membership level now. $25 is a bronze level membership, $50 is a silver level membership, and $100 is a gold level membership. Be a part of the change. Become a member of the CKA Safe Project today.
That man almost gave
I
up
love
the
between
ticket.
segments, Jeff. Welcome
yeah.
back to the Odd Coaches Podcast. And in segment 3, it's our sports betting segment, strictly for entertainment purposes only. My goal is to be a part-time football sports prognosticator. During COVID, I took up the hobby, and for the last couple of years, I've been doing mildly well. Really not, but this year is going to be better. Goal is to win 55% of my bets this year. So we have season-long bets. So let's go through it. AFC North, I'm taking the over for both Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Baltimore is over 10.5. Pittsburgh is over 8.5. In the NFC North, Detroit, 10.5. I'm taking the over. And yes, George, I'm listening to you. Green Bay over 9.5. AFC South, they're not very good, so I'm taking Jacksonville over 8.5 and Tennessee under 6.5. In the NFC South, there is no Kirk Cousins slander on this show. Still all the money you want, whether you play or not, your contract's guaranteed over 9.5. And George, I'm believing in Bryce this year. They did malpractice on that young scholar. Over 5.5. I think Carolina can get to 6. AFC East, I'm taking the under for Miami. 9.5, that back end of the schedule. And as my tag team partner, Coach Francis says, Tua got a noodle arm. That's franchise's words, not mine. And again, going back to George, I am drinking the Kool-Aid. Buffalo over 10.5. In the NFC East, Washington over 6.5, and Dallas over 9.5. In the AFC West, Denver under 5.5. Sorry, Akil, and Las Vegas under 6.5 because the King is going to beat a lot of teams. And in the NFC West, I'm going LA Rams over 8.5. And following, I actually disagree with you. I got Arizona over 7 because I haven't heard anything from them. And that's kind of how teams do better because they were very boring. George, starting with you, any thoughts on my season-long bets, sir?
Yeah. Go that first one. What you said? What was that first? What was that first little group?
Oh, of course, I got to do Baltimore and Pittsburgh because Mike Tomlin's my guy, and he's good for 9 wins every year and nothing in the playoffs.
I don't think you're gonna get there, but okay. I don't think you're gonna get there.
All right, Will, what do you think? Because I talk to you about things strictly for entertainment purposes the most, sir.
Oh yeah, I like Las Vegas under 6.5 for sure. I think they're playing for the Shedeur Sanders sweepstakes if he keeps balling. So yeah, other than that, I like Tennessee under 6.5 too because Will Levis is not good and here we
And Malik Willis went to Green Bay. I think that's a good move for him. Following strictly for entertainment purposes only. What say you, sir?
I'm just confused on Arizona. They might win 1 game in the division, and you think they're gonna win 7 games total?
They are boring, and I haven't heard much from Video Game Guy. Haven't heard much, so that quiet is they got a better talent at
that's
wide out.
Intriguing to you? That's
yes, Dog. Okay. You know my love affair with nothing. Philly's locker room, something. I don't like something. I like nothing.
They got 2 players on that team. I don't know anybody else on that team. They got a quarterback and a wide receiver. So we'll see what the rest of the guys.
They got James Conner. James Conner's on that joint.
They got 2 guys on that team.
He had 13 touchdowns last year. He had 13 touchdowns last year. He was like,
is James Conner better than Breece Hall?
Oh, here we go.
Okay, all right. That's one. All right. Okay.
Well, one is proven. One is unproven. James Conner, he's already solid.
And every week, if you follow us on @Odd Coaches, you will see our showcase game of the week. So every week, I will have a Sunday 7 game of the week, which is my best point spread game. 2 play is game of the week. The 2 games I feel strongly about based on point spread. The 3 play of the week, the 3 games I feel strongly about in terms of point spread. 4 play money line. That usually will be my season long bets. The over game of the week in honor of Will Cotton because he says nobody plays defense. And the under game of the week in honor of my tag team partner because he says somebody's going to play defense. And my upset of the week. So that's going to be every Sunday morning. Look for my post in separate tweets, X's, whatever, on the social media machine. George, do you do anything strictly for entertainment purposes during the season?
Oh yeah. I'll go. I go week by week, and we'll pick my winners. Pretty much putting a little something on each game, especially ones I feel confident about. Check point spread, so I do a little something. My team this year, I'm probably gonna ride with mostly. It's gonna be Green Bay. I can tell you that now. We're gonna ride with Green Bay.
All right.
That's how we're gonna go.
We're going to skip following on purpose because I'm overprotective. And Will Cotton, I know you do things strictly for entertainment purposes only. What about you going into week 1? Anything we should pay attention to?
Oh, I'm going to be doing all anytime touchdowns. So I think now everybody's healthy. Everybody's
not healthy. Everybody
that I'm gonna be betting on. You ain't on my ticket.
Then you ain't betting on San Fran. You ain't betting on San Fran.
You ain't on my ticket.
Will does player props. I'm too dull. I just do the point spread, the over under, and the money line. I'm very boring with that. So on behalf of our cavalcade of stars, I'm Dr. Keith Adams saying thank you for listening and or watching the Odd Coaches podcast, and we'll see you on the sidelines. Till next time, take care.
The Odd Coaches podcast is sponsored by the CKA Save Project. The CKA Save Project is an industry leader in providing student-athlete academic and athletic support. From assessing student-athletes' academic and athletic skills to measuring and monitoring student-athlete academic progress to improving student-athlete time management and organizational skills, the CKA Save Project provides wraparound services for student-athletes from middle school through college. For more information, visit us on the web at www.ckasaveproject.org or schedule a free consultation with Dr. Keith Adams by emailing cka@ckasaveproject.org. We hope you enjoyed today's show. The Odd Coaches podcast drops new episodes every Tuesday through Friday on most weeks. Make sure you subscribe to the Odd Coaches podcast on Apple Music, iHeartRadio, Podbean, Spotify, and YouTube. Follow the Odd Coaches podcast on Twitter and Instagram at Odd Coaches. Follow Dr. Adams on Twitter and Instagram at CKA Save Project. In addition, follow Coach Mike Francis on Twitter and Instagram at Coach Franchise, spelled Coach FRANCHIZE. For more information about the CKA Save Project, please visit them on the web at www.ckasaveproject.org. See you next time on the Odd Coaches podcast.